So to get started today, we have a few sheets of foam board that are particularly important. First of all, we have the E-Storch, again produced by FliteTest. This is just the vanilla plain fuselage. For this specific mod, we are not making any modifications to it. We do have a custom nose piece that we will be making that slips over the existing fuselage. However, no other modifications will be made to it other than that. We will be modifying somewhat and creating our own power pack. For this version, because we have two wing-mounted motors, we'll be using the space where normally we would have our battery, our power pack, and motor mounted to store the batteries for this actual plane. Dual motor means that we're going to be drawing a lot of power, and we're going to be running dual batteries stacked on top of each other in this nose. So the nose cone not only helps us with aerodynamics, but provides a little bit of safety in the case of a crash, as well as holds in the components. All right, so let's go ahead and get this build started. For this particular mod, all we need right now is our scraper tool, which we use to help kind of remove the tabs on our folds on this model, and a razor so that we can remove the model itself from the foam board. We'll go ahead and do that and lay all the parts out, start our assembly of the fuselage, because that's, again, pretty vanilla. When we get to the wing, we'll stop and point out some of the more important elements of the modifications to the wing itself. But I think what we'll do is we'll jump over to time lapse and fast forward here and get a little bit of work done. so here we have the first step in creating the E-Storch variant. Basically, all that we have here is the Storch fuselage with a nose cone that we created for it. And it is a snug fit. The nose cone is really great because this is a good place for us to put batteries. It also provides us a little bit of aerodynamic capability, where if we were flying with this being open or with just a typical power pod inside, we would have an air dam. So we've created this nose cone to just simply slide onto the existing Storch body. And again, all of these plans are available online on our website at angryzeppelin.com. So for us, we just simply take and load our batteries in, and yeah, fuselage is done, servos are connected, and maybe a little bit more reinforcement with some tape, but this component, this is finished. Now we're going to move on to the wing assembly, and this is where we do make some minor modifications to the existing plans. All right, so we have our wing put together. We followed the basic instructions that are just part of the normal assembly process for the wing. And now we get into customizations, the things that we need to start modifying on this wing so that we can support our ADFs. To do that, we have to handle a few different things. The first is we need a place to put our ADFs. There we go. They want to live somewhere around there. We have created a very simple box that the EDFs mount into. These are pretty straightforward, really easy to assemble. Next we'll be mounting our ESCs, speed controllers, and those, fortunately, are a very easy install. We will need a small Y adapter for our power, or if we're going to run off of two separate cells, two extensions. That'll allow us to take and connect everything. Now, inside the wing, and you'll have to build one of these to really understand this, there is a U-shaped channel, and that's where our servo's sitting at the end of, and that's where these wires come out of for our servo leads. We're going to be running our ESCs and power in another channel next to it, just slightly below it. The reason for that is we just want to remove and reduce as much interference as possible when we start heavy amp draws on these. So our ESCs will be mounted a little low compared to our servo channels. So yeah, basically there's nothing to do now but do the building. We will have to make 4 holes per wing for the tabs on our EDF holding pods. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the time lapse of that, and we'll just kind of to rock and roll. This is the final step, and we can mount the wing and connect our power and start flying. know, our build is complete. Everything excluding this little Y harness we did here on camera for you. My gosh, I love the sound of dual EDFs. I'm gonna just fire this up for you guys. And on a 4-cell, these things really scream. All right, so basically all we have left to do is connect our wing to our fuselage and drop our battery up in the nose of it, and we're finished. We're ready to fly. So we're gonna go ahead and do that final step here. Time lapse will probably just be a spiff here of time, but hey, we'll hurry and knock it out. This thing's ready to fly. Alright, and as easy as that, we've attached our nacelles with our EDFs onto the wings, and this thing is ready to scream, literally. A 4-cell really makes these things really move. Yeah, so, you know, we'll be taking this out for its maiden flight here the next time we go out for a fly day. And, you know, I hope that this inspires you to build your own version of the EDF Storch, because it is a beautiful flying plane, easy to handle, and a great entry into the world of EDFs without a lot of cost or risk. So, yeah, there you have it. One modified Storch. We'd like to give an extra special shout out to the guys at FliteTest. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Thank you for producing such awesome planes and releasing them to the community so people like us can hack and slash and cut and tape and make our own. Until next time, keep flying.